Today we're talking about 2011 Subaru Outback. This particular model year belongs to the fourth generation of Subaru Outbacks, which were produced between 2010 and 2014. The most improvements have been made to this generation. The car became larger and developed in cosmetic shine. The car's wheelbase was lengthened by 2.8 inches, and it became wider by 3.6 inches. This made the interior of the car more roomy and superior comparing with the previous model. The 2010 to 2014 Outback had won over the market and was called the best SUV in 2010. But this boring stats you can find on Wikipedia, and this video is about 2011 Subaru Outback problems. It's the Car Problems YouTube channel. Subscribe and let's get started. Light problems. The headlights of the 2011 Subaru Outback frequently experience two issues. Either the headlight gets burned or the light bulb gives out. For instance, the bulk of the Outback-related complaints submitted to the NHTSA concern burned headlights. The new set of headlights for the car typically costs around $110. Burned headlights are seen as a serious issue. The bulbs are the subject of the second most often voiced criticism of the Outback lighting. But this problem can be easily fixed. Just replace the bulb. It will cost you about $50. Burned bulbs are seen as a serious issue and should not be disregarded. 2. Transmission problems. It can be highly expensive to have a transmission fixed. There was no exception with the Subaru Outback. When discussing 2011 Subaru Outback issues, gearbox issues are among the most typical. The majority of the transmission problems are related to transmission failure, shaking, jerking, and clunks. Subaru's CVT transmission, Linetronic, is very complicated and expensive to fix. Sometimes it requires a full replacement, and the average cost to replace the transmission on the Outback is about $4,000. A number of 2011 Subaru Outback owners have reported experiencing transmission shuttering on multiple occasions. Instead of replacing the entire transmission, a simple part change is typically the remedy in the majority of cases where this problem occurs. Components like the celluloid and the torque converter. The average cost to resolve the transmission shuttering issue, according to those who have experienced it, is about $3,250. The jerking of the transmission is obviously another issue. The problem is viewed as being quite problematic. The transmission control module must be reprogrammed to address this issue. To solve the problem, reprogramming the control module will typically cost $150. Engine problems. Another problem that is faced by the 2011 Subaru Outback has to be related to the engine issues. There are several complaints that are reported against the engine problems. Most of them are cases of the engine stalling, too much oil consumption, and rough acceleration. One of the most typical issues is engine stalling. A torque converter that isn't working properly frequently causes this trouble. The issue might be resolved by replacing the component. In this scenario, repairing the engine stalling may cost around $2,200. Few 2011 Outback owners have also complained about high oil usage. Additionally, several owners are troubled by the sluggish idling. However, there is no information available to assist in resolving the situation. Electrical problems. There were several complaints related to the 2011 Subaru Outback electrical problems. The majority of these complaints are related to the warning lights on the dashboard and the backup camera. The warning light is related with the gas cap. Simply changing the component will solve the issue. However, numerous customers reported the exact same issue happening again. Some owners complained that the backup cameras malfunction. The only way to resolve this problem is to completely replace the camera. Brakes problems. Numerous complaints have been made about the brake issues. The majority of these complaints include brake locking, defective electronic parking brakes, service brakes warning lights, and hydraulic brake problems. There have been reports of accidents being caused by locking brakes. Another problem is related to the electronic parking brakes. There were a few of owners who objected to the electronic parking brakes when they were first introduced. They had the opinion that relying solely on battery-operated brakes can be exceedingly risky. Any electrical system problems could endanger the driver's lives. There were also some complaints about the brake control module. There have been a few complaints of some crashes due to a failed control module that resulted in a malfunctioning anti-lock system. The most important problems when it comes to repairing cost and severity are the ones related to the transmission and the engine. So, if you're looking for a used 2011 Subaru Outback, keep an eye on anything not normal. Whether it is a weird smell, strange noise, or any change in the vehicle's behavior. As a rule of thumb in the world of automobiles, detecting the problem early can save you a lot of time and effort.